All right, just make sure you read the question. And we need to support the journalist's claim. So let's find out what their claim is. While attending school in New York City in the 1980s, Akwi Enwezor encountered few works by African artists in exhibitions, despite New York's reputation as one of the best places to view contemporary art from around the world. We have not gotten to the journalist's claim. That's just a statement about this person. According to an arts journalist, later in his career as a renowned curator and art historian, Enwezor sought to remedy this deficiency, not by focusing solely on modern African artists, but by showing how their work fits into the larger context of global modern art and art history. So there's the key. There's our claim. We need to support the idea that this person did something about the larger context of art and whatnot. So let's take a look. Let's see if we can get anything that kind of relates to that idea. Shall I say? As curator of this place, he organized a retrospective of Ghanaian sculptor. One of the large art exhibitions. Okay. This is about black artists, right? And look at all those words and all those titles and all those names that I'm too stupid to pronounce. So it's about black artists. But that's not what they said, right? They said he's focusing not solely on modern African artists. This choice is about this guy, this one sculptor. So it's not putting it in a larger context. At least I don't think. I mean, maybe the whole exhibition is about black artists, so maybe that's a little bit of a wider context, but I don't think that that's what it's saying. It's supposed to be in a much larger context of global modern art and art history. This is really just about black artists in Europe's history. So I don't know. That doesn't seem right. Let's look at B. In this exhibition, he and this other person brought works by African artists, such as this person, together with pieces by major figures from other countries, like Andy Warhol and David Siqueiros. So that sounds pretty good because we are bringing it in from other places. So that seems better, right? It's taking an African artist and putting it with an American artist and a Mexican artist. So that seems like global context. That seems bigger. So I like that one. Let's take C. This person, curator, this thing, African movements for independence from European colonial powers following the Second World War, profoundly influenced work by African artists of the period. Yeah, no, it's got to be about more than just African artists. So this is just wrong. This is wrong. This person organized the exhibition not to emphasize a particular aesthetic trend, but to demonstrate the broad range of ways in which African artists have approached the medium of photography. So there's a little trap here, right? We're supposed to see the idea of a broad range as equivalent to a larger context, right? They're very similar ideas, but think about the context of that word, that phrase, right? It's talking about African artists having a broad range, but the whole point of the passage was that the African artists are put into a broader context for all of art. So only choice B does that. There you go. That is the answer. But one thing, notice too, I do this in all the passages, but I'm going to talk about it here because I think this one just had a lot of it. Notice how much of the names I'm skipping. It's not, the SAT is not testing your knowledge of facts. It's not going to ask you to memorize names of things or pronounce things. A lot of these people are from different places in the world, from them maybe where you're from. So you might have trouble pronouncing their names. You might have trouble with even just like the title of a exhibition. Like in C here, look, it's 3 lines long. The Short Century, Independence and Liberation Movements in Africa, 1945-1994. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's what we say about that. It's what we say about these artists whose names we can't pronounce. And, maybe it's a little insensitive to kind of skip over them, but we've only got so much time and only so much brain power. So it's okay to train your brain to notice the stuff that's going to matter. So when I skip these people's names, or when I just kind of substitute it in for they, these people, this team, it's my training that I have done over many years now taking the SATs, and now this new SAT with the new format is doing this even a lot more, where we have a lot of these random people that we're talking about, but I know that it's not about the random people. It's about what we say about them. It's about the journalist's claim about this guy. So I don't know. I don't care. I just don't have the time or the brain power to try to analyze and learn about all these people. That may, be sad, but remember, our goal on the SAT is not to learn about the world. It is to get the best score possible. So train your brain to notice the words that are going to get you the answers and ignore the ones that are not.